Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Black YouTube Unlocked. So I'm very tired this morning. You know what I'm saying? I decided to stay up late last night and watch the Wiley show, which I really enjoyed. Wiley is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He's very charming and he's just silly. And I love people who are silly, who don't take themselves too seriously. So I really enjoyed that. But, you know, I don't understand why I stayed up all night knowing that I had to wake up at 4 o'clock this morning. That was just stupid of me. But I enjoyed myself. Okay? So if you're not subscribed to Wiley, you should subscribe to his channel. I'm going to leave uh, his channel name in the description box. Okay? So this Jussie Smollett situation, I have not spoken about this because when I first heard about the story, I thought that it was bullshit. And I don't want to be an insensitive person because the act is not bullshit. Hate crimes do occur. But I felt like Jussie's situation was bullshit. Like, immediately when I heard the story, I was like, no, something is not right. It just don't make sense. But anyway, so I'm gonna just say allegedly because I don't want to be insensitive, and I don't want to discount this boy's story because there is a chance that it could be true because I wasn't there. The only people that were there were him and the people that attacked him. So I'm gonna use my words wisely because I just don't like discounting people's experiences. So, what happened? So, Jussie was attacked about 3 weeks ago in Chicago, 2 a.m. He was going on the subway. Some boys came behind him and was like, MAGA bitch, you a nigga, you a faggot, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They put a noose around his neck and they poured bleach on him. Now, when I first heard the story, I immediately thought about Lee Daniels. I was like, Lee Daniels is behind this. Lee Daniels orchestrated this. This even comes off like an episode off of Empire. It's so... See, here I go again. I don't want to discount it, but it's just so like dramatic, even past the imagination. It's so, far-fetched. Things like this have happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? And it's possible to happen today, but if it wasn't Jussie Smollett, if it was just like a regular, civilian, it would be more believable. But the fact that it's Jussie Smollett, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you even going out to Subway? We got Uber Eats, we got DoorDash, we got all these different things, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff like that just don't make sense to me, And, so what else happened? So, he was attacked. And so more things started coming out. So he did his interview with Robin Roberts. And I would like to say that Robin Roberts, she was a dead giveaway. Like, she was not buying the story. Her body language seemed like she was annoyed, seemed like she wasn't believing him. And, the awkward thing about the interview is that even though I didn't believe Jussie, he was very convincing with his emotions. And I felt bad for him. But I still didn't believe him. And there were a few things like, there are certain ways to tell if somebody is lying and being dishonest. And just him answering questions, she asked him a question like, who did you come into Chicago with? And he was like, oh, I came with Bob, somebody that I love dearly, somebody who's like a father figure to me, somebody who's always been there for me. When people answer open-ended questions like that, it comes off as being dishonest. Who did you come into Chicago with? I came in with Bob. And that's it, unless she asks you more questions. Well, who is Bob? Bob is a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? But for him to do all of that, just with that one question, was just like, you're doing too much. And, I know when you have been a victim and you keep talking about the same story, it can come off kind of rehearsed, but it was an awkward interview because I didn't believe him, yet I was convinced by his emotions, So then there came out that there were some Nigerian boys who were behind it, and they said that Jussie, paid them or whatever like that. They worked on Empire with him. They lived in the same building. Now, what I would like to say about that, even though they've been released, I saw in the Shade Room comments that people were like, why would some Nigerians, attack him? You guys have to know that Africans, especially Africans that practice Islam, are some of the most homophobic people on the planet. Do you understand me? Especially West Africans, Nigerians, Senegalese, people from Sierra Leone, they are very homophobic. They are throwing people off of buildings for being gay. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far-fetched at all that some Africans would do a hate crime against a gay boy. You know what I'm saying? Now, the simple fact that they work with him, they live in the same building, they had some communication with him right before the act took place, is very sketchy. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that maybe, they were paid to attack him if they did attack him. I don't know. It's just so many holes in this story. But what I will say is, I am not taking my eye off of Lee Daniels. I think that Lee Daniels orchestrated all of this. Now, was Jussie a part of it? Maybe not. Maybe he set up Jussie. I don't know. But my eye is not so much on Jussie. I'm on Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels was one of the first people who spoke out about it. He did a FaceTime with Jussie. He had to screenshot the FaceTime photo of him and Jussie. I think that Lee Daniels orchestrated this, and I think if Jussie knows about it, maybe he's so emotional because he's taken this big L on the faith of Lee Daniels. But I just feel like Lee Daniels is behind it, and we all know that Lee Daniels is a sketchy character with the whole Monique situation, with the whole Dame Dash situation. Yes, you may see it as apples and oranges. Oh, it's money. Oh, it's lying. But at the same time, a flawed character is a flawed character, and they're capable of doing anything. They're capable of taking somebody's $2 million and avoiding them so they don't have to pay it back. They're capable of telling a person that they had a certain role and then they gave it to somebody else. And they are capable of orchestrating a hate crime against one of their biggest stars on their show. I don't know why. And that's where I'm at with it. I want to know, what was the point? What was the purpose? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm searching for. I don't even care if it's real or not anymore. I just want to know why. I want to know why. What was the point? What was the point? So you guys leave your comments below. Tell me how you feel about the whole situation. I don't believe it, but now I'm on the fence. Did Jussie know that it was fake, or was he set up by Lee Daniels? I'm putting my money on Lee Daniels being behind this whole thing. I really am. So y'all leave your comments below. We'll discuss it in the comment section. And I hope you guys have a beautiful Monday. Do something productive. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.